Okay, first I'm going to start by saying that this is probably the 30th or 40th take towards a completed video that I'm attempting, as this is my first video on YouTube, really. And I am showing a picture of the gladiator here as to reinforce the remembrance that we all have so much power within us that making a YouTube video to explain something should have no fear behind it whatsoever. And I wanted to get that on the table before I kept going on my video. So, with that said, my name is Matt, and I have been asked by Nikki to be the voice of the Divine Masculine here on the Divine Love Crystal Ship YouTube channel. So, with that said, I will leave another video for a little bit more of my background, but I just have a message that I'd like to share that kind of came to me. And first off, see, here we go. Bear with me, please. It is, like I said, this can be nerve-wracking to do this, but I'm pushing through this one. I'm not gonna hit the stop button. So there's a good message for y'all right there. So I will get away from this picture of Mr. Russell Crowe screaming towards Caesar. But this is really an excellent movie if you have not seen it. Definitely take a look at this one, as it is very spiritual. So, as I said, I would like to just share a message for whatever the Divine Masculine wants to say. And I'm called to talk about the divine orchestration of life and how things of our reality and ourselves are already set in motion by our higher selves, and we are technically, I guess you could say, instruments that our higher selves use in order to play the amazing composition that we all as a collective have composed prior to incarnating here on Earth. And that goes for everyone, regardless of if they identify as a twin flame or not. But as you know, if you know anything about music and what a duet is, that is when there are two separate instruments or parts playing at once. So regardless of if there is an orchestra of the universe and our existence being continuously played, there will always be twin flames and divine unions, sort of as duets. So that's how I like to incorporate at least the twin flame nature of of this explanation I'm going to give of this thing that I sort of came together to put together. And I'm doing my best to listen to my guides here, and they're saying, okay, Matt, move along here. So we are instruments, okay? So, but looking at this instrument, okay, if we stand alone and have no connection to the world, well, we don't make very nice music. But once we allow ourselves to connect to others, we have now a voice. And we are given power. And with that power, we have the ability to choose whatever voice we would like to use and whatever we want to say. And we're given tools to make our voice more pronounced. So, where it was once we were an instrument of... Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. As my neighbors are probably killing me now, as it's 3:30 in the morning. But I think you get my point here regarding how connecting to others is vitally important for us all to have that loud freaking voice, whether you identify as divine masculine or divine feminine. I want to just make it clear that this is not just something to demonstrate that the common old paradigm of males needing to have the strong, powerful voice. As no, we are combined now, and we are one voice, and that's that one voice collective, regardless of who it is, that can make a note that loud that I didn't even know was going to be. That is spirit right there, making a note that loud, because I have never even heard this ant play that loud. So with that said, and I'm talking about, you know, orchestrating with one another as instruments, sometimes we need direction. So, in order to learn how to function with one another and as ourself primarily, that's the message this week primarily of the Divine Masculine, that we've had a rough week. I know that I've had a rough week. There were ups and downs, there were great parts, but there was a lot of frustration this week that I didn't know where it came from. And this little book, which is basically teaching you how to play this, is where the Divine Masculine needs to be right now. Because we're a little bit tired, and we just need to take some time to focus in on ourselves and realize, okay, what kind of connection do we really want to make to the collective, and how do we want to contribute to the voice that's actually going to be ours, which then becomes the whole. And I'll wrap this up with a few things here to demonstrate the divine orchestration of it all. And there's Mr. Russell Crowe again. And once again, like I said, you check out that movie. It's really, really incredible. And Hans Zimmer, a musical genius who is the biggest film scorer in Hollywood movies, who did Inception and Interstellar, is the composer of the music for this film. And there is a track in this film called Now We Are Free. And you can look it up on YouTube, and it is very, very... just watch the movie and check it out, and go on YouTube, and you can see exactly what I mean. And this is why people should not do videos at 3:30 in the morning, because their brain is all over the place. So, but thank you for your patience. So, what I'd just like to say about our orchestral score as humanity, I'm going to put it in the framework of some albums, okay? So, think of it like this. We figure out, you know, how we play our instrument and how we connect with each other, and then we all come together and have sort of a sound exchange, and then we have doors that are opened, okay? We learn things about ourselves and what we want. You know, we have a fire inside, You know, there's a crystal ship. I think that's pretty, enough said about that one there. But, hello, I love you. But still, it's like, we're the unknown soldier. We quite don't know exactly who we are, why we are. Although, we're a little bit still that wild child, and we want a lot. And primarily, people are strange, even ourselves. So if we start there, and we have that basic understanding of sort of the primalness of the human existence, we can move on to the classic Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Now, as you can see, this prism, this represents that nature of us all normally just being one person and conforming to the same as everybody else, not knowing that we have options to shine our own individual colors upon the world. So quickly, if we're to look into this album, and I just love vinyl and LPs because you can do this. You can't do this on a computer. Okay, breathe. We learn about time and money and all these things that are separating us and them, and how it drives us crazy. And then everything that we do, all that we create, all we destroy, all that is now and all that is gone and all that's to come, and everything under the sun is in tune. So we've come a long way from the Doors, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon. And the moon, its Latin or Greek name or something like that is Luna, which is the root for the term lunacy. So basically, this album is saying, as a human collective condition, we have a tendency to be crazy. And that is just something we all end up accepting, which in turn brings us together. And from there, we can say, okay, well, we can form little groups of families, the mamas and the papas. If you can even believe your eyes and ears of where you are here on this earth, well then, here you go. Clean yourself up and become a family. And, that's a good thing. Because you look at these songs and life is just happening. So, and these were some happening people. That's all I got to say. And I apologize that this video is a little bit a little bit longer than what you're used to with Nikki. I guess I can get a little bit wordy. But as I said, this is my first, and I will have to work on it next time. So, but thank you for staying with me here as we move on to what we then discover after we've become these little family units and individual people once again that, yes, know how to sing and have cleaned ourselves up and just experience life, but we want more. We realize we want more. So here is Led Zeppelin 4, which, if you have been keeping up with the videos or on the channel here, you'll see that this is the exceptional album with Stairway to Heaven and The Hermit and Keeper of the Light. And here is the town down at the bottom. And there's even a man there wanting to come up. And that, you could say, is who we are here on Earth, our lower self. Not our lower self, but our human self. Whereas Our higher self in another dimension is the one guiding us and shining the light upon us. So, once we've gone through these other orchestrations and understood our nature more, we understand that consciousness has more, and that it's not this. This is not what we are meant to do, to be backbreakers and carriers of God knows what. And as you can see, the message here is that this is a picture on a wall. And this is the truth. So you can say, well, we remembered who we were, and we remembered the truth, and this is sort of a picture on the wall to remind us of what we once were, as well as a nice little picture of what we used to consider to be the stairway to heaven. And if you really look closely here, you'll see that there's a nice little nose and mouth of a higher self that's hidden in who knows what that is. But they're looking at us, wondering, when are they going to become the town who sends people to look upwards and inwards towards the light within. And from there, after we've uncovered the mystery of it all, well then what do? We're on a misty mountain, 4 sticks. I have no idea what interpretation that would mean, except maybe, hey, 1111, what do you know? That would be 4 sticks. We have divine union. What do? We go to California, a land of freedom. Okay? And then, finally, this is where we've ended up, at Hotel California. Now, when you open this up, you can see that we're all here. And we've all sort of figured out our part. And, you know, the band's right there in the center, but everyone is the band. And just to look at the lyrics: on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead, in the distance, I saw a shimmering light, and my head grew heavy, and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. And there she stood in the doorway, and I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven, this could be hell. But then she lit up a candle, and she showed me the way. There were voices in the corridor. I thought I heard them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. And there's plenty of room at the Hotel California. And any time of year, you can find it here." And the song goes on, and it's a great song once again too. Now, mirrors on the ceiling, the pink champagne on ice, and she said, "We are all just prisoners here of our own device." And in the master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. And that beast is our ego, our sense of these primitive forms that haven't quite been able to be let go of yet. But they're trying. We're trying really. We're trying very, very much to kill that beast. However, it just might need to be accepted that it will always be there. Yet we also have the choice as to whether or not we want to let it control us. So this individual who ends up at the Hotel California, this land of freedom, the last thing he remembers, he was running back for the door. He was trying to go back to the passage back to the place he was before. But relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. And you can check out anytime you like. But you can never leave. So, with that said, I thank you for being part of this collective, which we all are, and at the same time, we exist somewhere else. And our higher selves are reminding of us of that here, that this is not only where there is nothing, but that the person saying this video right now needs to come up with what he's trying to say and end it, because 22 minutes in, you guys, if you made it this far, God bless you, because I must have done something right here. So let's see here. My main final thought is that you know, we can leave our baggage behind. We can let go. We have to let go. You know, there'll be someone to clean up that, you know, that's not some poor soul who got left behind, but, you know, a servant of the light who takes care of this place, which is us. And it's important to just remember that our true self is that light which shines in the distance, that shimmering light. So, with that said, take good care all, and enjoy your days. And Divine Masculine, take some time to look within and rest. Figure out what you really want. Divine Feminine, please understand that we need, currently right now, we're tired, not exactly knowing where, I guess, this light is to be sent. Yet we know, but it's just I guess we need a battery recharge. And that's going to take just a little bit of time for us to look within and take some rest. And I think it's a healthy thing for all to look within, figure out what you really want. And towards the end of the month, more energy is going to come in that's going to propel that forward. So it's vital we take the time to rest and figure that out so the right energy can propel forward. And so I wish the best to all of you, and much love and blessings to all of you, and thank you, and take very good care, and much peace.